don't believe I recorded this, but my tires did show up a few days ago, but I have not had any time to go get them mounted. Hopefully in coming days. I'm not really sure when I'll do it. It is semi-important, but it isn't the biggest priority. Still a little under the weather, but doing a lot better than I was. Can't wait to see it on the car. I did have to confirm that was the size of the tire and it would fit perfectly, because I looked at samples when I pulled it up. But when the tire showed up, for some reason it looked like it was going to be way too big. But I did confirm that I did get the right size, and it's 315/50 17s. I was not sure about the 50 part, but yeah, so these are obviously 35s. And yeah, so it's just basically obviously going to be thicker tires. And looking at it now, I mean, obviously the tires aren't this thick, so it looks like it will fill in the gap fairly well, as it's supposed to, based on the images I saw. People are probably tired of seeing this, and quite honestly, I'm tired of this damn car too.
BMW and Mercedes, and they're drying out. And starting.
The shop owner called my dad yesterday evening to pick it up, but my dad didn't realize it. So in any case, he basically called me earlier this morning, said, you know, the X5 is ready to be picked up, and you know, we could just head out there after work. So I was like, all right, that's fine. We had some discussions. He said he was going to take the C55 next. So he was going to take the C55, drop that off, and then we're going to pick up the X5. I basically had to go because I was paying for the repairs on the X5. We ended up spending a little over $2,400, but the shop charges like really cheap labor, so we would have spent quite honestly significantly more, but it is way more than I would have liked to spend, to say the absolute least. But it is a BMW at the end of the day, so I literally spent $2,400 just to drive it. I think like maybe 3 or 4 times in total, but we have been using it sort of for Home Depot runs and stuff out at my house, and my dad has been driving. But regardless, that's sort of where we're at. We decided that as soon as the C55 is done, we're going to basically drop off the Mustang and basically exchange those cars, and that's going to be happening, I guess, sometime next week. The guy thinks that the C55 will be ready the C55 will be ready to be picked up on Monday. So today is Friday, so Monday is pretty much right around the corner. So we're going to be dropping off the Mustang. Not sure how much it'll cost to repair, but hopefully not much at all. And we'll just see what happens there. So the Mustang's getting repaired. I still want to do modifications on it, but I'm like, I don't think I should be spending the money. So I guess at this very moment, I will not be sort of dropping the car off with parts to install. And in the meantime, my dad was like, you know, he came home, so I was just like, you know what, since we're doing car stuff anyways, why don't we take a shot at trying to get the tires installed on this car, or mounted I should say. And he was like, yeah, let's see if we can. The store doesn't stay open that late, so we are on a time crunch to make it there in time and still have the shop have enough time to actually mount out the tires. Don't know how many other cars are even there. So we'll, I guess, just see what happens. Whether there's going to be more people or less people on a Friday night, I have no idea. But it would be cool to get it mounted. And that's sort of where we're at there. I might be visiting my house this weekend. I'm not really sure. I don't really want to because there's a lot of work that I need to get done. But I might, just to help out my dad, get stuff from Home Depot and stuff for the bathroom remodel and whatnot, because we do need to get plywood and a bunch of other stuff, sort of material stuff, for that bathroom. So I might go. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll probably be out to work and stuff. But if I do go, I do want to take this Mustang, especially if it has that new tire setup. I want to basically give it a trial run on this long drive. So we'll see what happens. Sorry for all the talking, but there was a lot to say. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys at the tire shop. Yeah. Park this?
Yeah.
We got the extra sticky icky ickies put on the back, and it's time to go home. It looks just as good as I thought it would. So I'm pretty happy about it, especially considering I've literally waited so long. Not be a better feeling, especially considering I feel like I haven't really done anything with the car. The most recent thing was a 71 race car's vinyls, but that's not like a real mod per se, but it does add an effect to the car, obviously. And even that was like, I don't know how long ago. So it's nice to have like a more dramatic mod done, to say the least. I'm back with the drag Mustang, and I almost forgot that I was charging this car. Only reason I remembered is because I came out here to check the storage, and when I was checking the storage, I randomly realized that I had put this car on charge earlier. Barely made it, but it did. All right, here we are in the Mustang. Second day of having a legit drag setup, and my mom and I are about to do a food run, and I was like, let's take the Mustang. all them drives I used to go up and down the street. You know what I'm saying? What a time that was. It's not that busy, I feel like, right? I feel like usually it's like stop and go and like.
That's what I am. Just the people are going. Some day maybe some routes started. Yesterday Friday के वेतन सबे ने क्या ना ट्रैफिक जो hardly any traffic था freeway खाली.
Selling what?
I think those are like.
Well, with that, we made it back home. Surprisingly, didn't get any reactions, or nobody said anything. Maybe people were looking. But yeah, today was the first official trip with this car on the 50s. And yeah, so it's definitely an interesting look. I'm enjoying every second of it. I wish I had gotten it set up like this sooner, but yeah, better late than never. It was pricey, and that's why I was being cheap, so it's okay, I guess. Out here after enjoying that pizza, and it's time to see if the Mustang turns on 2 days in a row. I feel like it will, mainly because it hasn't been that cold today, but you never know with this one. Exactly. So it looks like it did not make it 2 days in a row. Probably going to wait until Monday to jump it though. Today we are heading out with the Mustang, and it is another food run. It's actually going to be the first time my friend is seeing the new setup we have going on here. So we'll see how that goes as well.
We're all set. Let's go. In 300 feet.
Oddly enough, I need to go get gas again. And yeah, the size is pretty self-explanatory. I got gas last time I drove the car, which wasn't on camera. But it's time to get gas because I'm down to about half a tank. Last drive I took for this car was work related, and we ended up killing about 3/4 of a tank. And I had gotten gas that time before the drive really began, and here we are, down to less than half a tank. So might get gas in this trip, or might save that for another day, possibly, if I can. On another note, we are having an interesting time with the X5. As you guys know, we had that picked up. My dad has been taking it to work to just drive it around, but also test it out. And yesterday he was saying that he noticed that there was something leaking, because when he had moved his car, he noticed residue, but he didn't notice it when he went to my house the other day. But he was like, maybe he wasn't paying attention or something, because that drive was
In half a mile. Turn left.
a long drive. So if it was leaking, then maybe he would have noticed, but he wasn't sure. But he took it to work and then realized that it was leaking. But he was like, maybe it's not actually leaking, and it's just residue that was maybe on the cover that was removed. And as the car moved around and stuff, it eventually started seeping onto the ground. And yeah, so today I spoke with him, and he was saying that he did not notice any liquid, and he parked somewhere completely different this time. So he's thinking that maybe it's not actually leaking, and I'm hoping that's the situation and it's actually not leaking, because I don't really want to spend any more money on it. The car is probably worth 10 grand at most, and we've already spent over 2,400 on it. So, you know, I'm probably not going to get max price selling the car. My family has decided that they are not really interested in the X5. I didn't think it was a great idea for them to take it anyways, and I was looking at trucks over the weekend, and they have started sort of looking at trucks as well, so that we have something a bit larger and we could carry around stuff more easily. The X5 definitely doesn't do bad, but it could do better, and the truck would make things easier. I was looking at a Roush truck. I believe it was a 2019, a little over 30 grand, but my dad was against the idea of spending additional money, even though I would be the one paying for it. And yeah, so he's been looking at cheaper trucks. So instead of putting money into the X5 by getting that from me, they're going to just take the same amount of money, or you know, give or take, and get a truck instead. And I was like, you know, if that's what you guys want to do, that's perfectly fine. But if we want to get a nice truck that's not like super expensive or brand new, then I don't mind paying for it, because I might start flipping houses, and obviously I'm in the process of purchasing a second house anyways. So I'm personally going to need the truck. If we do a full build on this car as we intend, we'll probably need a truck to trolley it around. I have looked at twin turbo kits. I forgot what company's making them, but it said that it would be like 2,000 horses or something, and I was like, that would be freaking interesting, just to have a 2,000 horsepower Mustang with a twin turbo the 04, which probably would get us to like 500 or so, and we would obviously have the Lamborghini, which is most likely going to be a Huracan. And you know, I am looking at supercharged and twin turbo Gallardos and Huracans as well, so it'd be pretty cool to have a collection like that to continue building from. But we'll see. Obviously, if I got this car to 2,000 horses, we probably wouldn't drive it like super often, but we might drag race it or track it or whatever. It probably would need a parachute and stuff, so I think the entire dynamic would be pretty cool. But if we are taking it to the track and stuff, I would more likely than not want to have a truck anyway. So the truck plays a benefit, especially if we got like a racing type truck like a Roush or something of that nature for the channel. So I mean, we can make content with the truck. We could use it to take this car and any other build we have around if necessary. We could also use the truck for the house situations. So I mean, there's limitless options really. So it plays significant value in a multitude of ways, which is why I wouldn't mind paying for the truck and having us get something a little cooler or whatever. But that is what it is. So that's sort of where we stand on the house. No real progress. I do have a list of houses that I want to go see, but I have no idea when I'll go see them because of time and everything. I might go out there this weekend with my dad to look for a truck, which is actually local to the area I'm living in over there. But I don't think there will be enough time for me to do house tours, given that it will take the entire day to do that many, since there's over 10 houses. And then I need to take Versace to an appointment on Sunday, so I need to bring myself back on Sunday somehow, unless my mom and sister take him. So that's the house, that's Versace, that's pretty much covering the cars and the truck situation. X5 we're probably going to sell privately, as long as the car is perfectly fine and could be sold. And we'll just see what happens from there. I'm just gonna I'm hoping I could sell it for more than what I owe, and I could just pocket the rest and keep it for, you know, whatever project. So that's sort of where we're at on the X5 situation. And as you guys know, obviously looking at Lambos quite often. And yeah, so we should be getting a Lambo sooner than later. Not sure exactly when things will sort of fall into place, because I do need to get the second house first and, you know, get situated with that first. But everything is really in the works, so a bunch of moving parts that we're trying to get sorted out and move things along, obviously.
Right 2 lanes to stay to the right 2 Jack. In 1.3 miles, turn right on Harder Road.
Engine, huh? Is that like a sign of acknowledgement in this thing in the car community?
Some people do that, but like some people are doing that just to like fuck with you, but like other people do that just to.
There's etiquette, right? That's the word, right? Car. It's like there's such a thing, and it's called basketball etiquette, right? Is there a car etiquette, right?
Then turn right.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, most people
then turn right.
try to race you
Turn left on Great Mall Drive. Then turn right. Turn left on Great Mall Drive.
But
Then use the right lane to turn right on Great Mall Parkway. Approaching a railroad crossing. Use the right lane to turn right on Great Mall Parkway.
here we are, early morning vibes, and we just pulled up to the gas station. It's like literally 7 a.m. and we're going to see a truck. I'm trying to remember what it is. If I recall correctly, we're going to see an F-150, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be a longish drive, about an hour, a little over an hour out. So we'll see how it goes. If we do pick it up, I'll be driving the C55 back home. Haven't driven the C55 in a while, so that should be interesting. I did want to take the Mustang, but it is raining, as you guys could tell, and it's just not going to be a good idea on slicks. So we'll see what happens, and it should be an interesting day nevertheless. Did the test drive, had a conversation with my dad about it, and yeah, he's going to try to negotiate it. We'll see. I mean, I don't know if this guy's going to come down any lower because it is very much priced to sell. Truck is running pretty smooth. It's pretty nice. It's just that the paint isn't the greatest on the roof or the hood, and I think you know, there's, I don't know if you guys could tell, there are a couple scratches, a couple of paint chips here and there. I think the bottom grill for the bumper is missing as well. But overall, pretty nice. I mean, for the price and considering how old it is. We ended up closing the deal, and now we have this truck. Still wish I had brought the Mustang, or I could have brought the Mustang, but obviously I couldn't. But in any case, we are taking the C55 out, and we're going to my house, which I did not anticipate, but we can talk about that later. Pulled up to the gas station because I think it only has like a quarter tank. But yeah, first time really in a truck. I don't think I've really been in a truck in the driver's seat. Maybe ever, I'm not really sure. But my parents used to have a truck growing up, but that was like way back. So I haven't even sat in a truck in general in forever. Where the hell did I put the keys? I look like an absolute mess. The freaking weather is freaking crazy out here. It's so damn windy. But in essence, originally the idea was to go pretty far up north to look at trucks. I think there was a couple of them out there, and we considered, originally we were going to stop at my house, spend the weekend there, and then head back tomorrow evening, which is Sunday. But then plans changed because this truck was, you know, somewhere between where I live and where my parents live. And when I asked my dad about it last night, when he found the truck, he was like, you know, there's no real point of going to your house. We'll just grab the truck if we buy it and then head back home. As soon as we left my house, my dad was like, do you want to go out to your house and we could pick up stuff in the truck and have it ready for the work being done tomorrow? I was like, okay, well, we could do it if he wants to, but obviously in the back of my mind, I'm like, I didn't prepare for this. So my phone is only on like 33% right now. So I don't know if my phone's gonna make it, so I'm gonna have to buy a charger. But we're probably going to spend maybe like half the day out there and then head back before the evening time to my parents' house. And then my dad is going to come out tomorrow because we are still having work done on the bathroom and everything. So not sure when everything will get wrapped up, but I am still in the works of getting that property put as a rental, and in the process of purchasing a second house. Things are taking a while because I'm getting super busy, so it's hard to like spend time doing all that, and especially considering we're gonna have to do house tours and stuff. But I do have a list of about, I think, 17 houses or so that I want to tour in one day, which is going to be interesting, cramming to say the least as well. But a lot of moving parts, so we'll see how things pan out. Right now, the X5 is in the shop because my dad noticed it leaking, but he wasn't sure if it was just oil from previous time, or liquid from a previous time, or new, which I believe I mentioned to you guys. So we should be getting the X5 back soon. Hopefully there are no other leaks, so I could just easily get rid of it. And I'm thinking about getting rid of Blue Tea as well, just to make it easier, or a little easier, to get the second property, as well as the Lamborghini, as well as the third property. And I do want a twin turbo or Roush supercharged. I'm not sure if I'll do a Whipple. Originally the idea was to Whipple supercharge it, but a Roush one will be carb legal, so it'll just be easier to deal with in California. But I might do upwards of a 2,000 horsepower Helion twin turbo build with a parachute and all that, which would be fun. And I could probably like daily the Lambo and have the Mustang just for funds. Obviously now we have a truck to pull the Mustang around if necessary, and so on and so forth. So we'll just see where things go and how things pan out, because there are a lot of moving parts with a lot of different things sort of being everywhere, and the unpredictability of
Turn left,
things.
then turn left.
Damn. It's been forever. It has been forever. Fortunately, I'm back, so I can take stuff that I need, but this is the bathroom. Yeah.
See, that's the
Oh. With that, Home Depot trip is over, and we're about to head to my house, and from there I'm going to load some stuff into my into the C55, and we're pretty much headed home after that. Not really much else to do out here. Loaded some stuff here, loaded some stuff in the F-150, and it's time to go home. Finally made it back home, and I guess I have to move the Mustang up some so my dad could bring in the F-150 since he wants to park inside the gate. And that's pretty much, I think, where we're ending the day in terms of this vlog, since I will be going inside and working on stuff. So I guess I'll see you guys when I see you guys. But before I cut the scene, let's do a little cold start.